it feels like everything is at a standstill, that whatever needs to happen is just dragging out, and we are never getting to the point where we want to get to. But that's an illusion. We are getting there, we are moving forward in the exact right timing. My name is Hanna. This is the I Ching reading for today, and today is the 19th of May 2026. I hope you are well. So as usual, we are starting by rooting into the present moment, feeling the weight of our body towards the surface below. Whether you're sitting down or standing up, feel the weight connecting to Mother Earth below, your seat or your feet, or maybe both if you're sitting on a chair. And as you breathe in and out through the nose, the air traveling down into the bottom of your lungs. The stomach expands with each breath in, pulling the air in and out through the nose. Using the diaphragm. And the stomach expands as you breathe in and contracts as you breathe out. And with each breath in, the spine rises towards the sky, crown point connecting towards the sky, chin tilts inwards slightly. And as you breathe out, you relax, but you do not collapse. You remain rising towards the sky, like you're hanging from a silk thin thread from above. And each breath creates this tiny, tiny micro movement throughout the spine and your body, rising and sinking, rising and sinking. You're now a connector between the universe above you and the earth below you. So you stay with your breath, and I will draw the hexagram. So how are the energies around us today, and how do we best navigate them in order to have the most smooth and joyous day forward? We've got 9 little accumulation as the present energy, with a future potential of 61 innermost sincerity, 31 household, 42 increasing, and the underlying energy of 38 diversity. Little accumulation is speaking about clouds gathering in the sky, but they're yet to be rain, okay? So this is the feeling that we have. It's like things are not moving forward quickly, but rest assured that things are preparing. They are moving forward exactly the way they are, because the clouds are gathering in the sky, and there will be rain, and rain will bring water to our idea and help nourish it, okay? So this is what's happening. Things are accumulating slowly. So this is what makes this feeling of things just dragging out. But know that things are actually falling into place exactly as they should, okay? And the underlying energy of diversity here is speaking about, we've got thunder, below wind, and wind is the scattering energy, and thunder is shaking things up, and so things are being shook up and scattered. So nothing it feels like the underlying energy here is feeling like we are not in the right place. Everything is misaligned, and we know this, and we've known this for a long time, and this is still the underlying energy. But there is also movement within with this. So we've got two movements, so Zun, wind, and then Chen, which is action. So it is actually movement happening, moving out of whatever we're misaligned with, okay? So although things are feeling like they're moving very slowly, they are moving forward exactly in the right time. We have this future potential here if we remain in stillness within. It's this innermost sincerity and the household and increasing. And this is speaking again, putting extra weight on that we are moving in the correct direction, but we're being guided to stay sincere within and without. Okay, stay true to ourselves. Do not become worried that things will not change, because they are, and you are moving forward, and stay and listen within, like, what is my truth? And then find the patience and the little steps. So little accumulation is speaking about a small step forwards, and stay with this, because then you are able to see clearly which your next steps are going to be. So don't feel frustrated and feel like you want to rush forward and just throw things away, because that's not the correct approach at the moment. Okay, listen within. And we are moving into this household, and household is a place of safety, and we're moving into what is our home. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's like a home as in a house or where we live. It's like the home within. And this is telling us that we are moving into the truth, the sincerity, like the truth. Sincerity, innermost sincerity, is speaking about truth as well. What is truthfully us, and to the home. And they're moving into this, that is our soul's purpose, that is better aligned with this, and what than the situation that we are in at the moment, and that we are moving out of, and that we've been in for a long time. Okay, and this is increasing. It is, as we are accumulating a little by little, we are increasing here also little by little. But increasing is asking us to weigh things and look at what is increasing, making sure that it's not our impatience that is, or frustration, or our anger, or our all this that is increasing. That needs to decrease in order to increase our patience, our love, our compassion, our creativity, all these kind of things that we are going to need to move forward in our soul's purpose. So let's have a look at what the I Ching, or the book, is talking about. It could add to this. Yeah, here it says, when one's energy and strength are not adequate to a task, one should take a break to gather one's forces for further accomplishment. The break should be temporary, yet the achievement is continuous. This is the main theme of the Gua, and this is the little accumulation. We are moving forward, but if you need to take a break, take a break. And this could be what you're feeling at the moment. It feels like, oh, we're not moving forward, okay? But do not exhaust yourself here. Allow things to take the time they need to take. But the goal is clear and not far away, okay? So we are moving out of this. Let's have a look at the changing lines, which are number 2 and number 3. So we've got 2 changing lines. So both lines here are speaking about returning. One and the second line here it is mainly positive. It is returning hand in hand. It's also speaking about companionship. And this one is also speaking about companionship. This one has a warning that if you return by yourself and don't take others with you, or if you are, being separated within yourself and rushing forward maybe into something, frustration and impatience is making you take steps that you shouldn't do, right? And then you actually not in this returning back to yourself, to this innermost sincerity, the household here, becomes like a fragmented return. It's not in union with your soul's purpose. And also if you're doing something, you are going to do something like your soul's purpose or something is together with somebody else, make sure you take everyone with you and that you consult everyone. They were speaking about union within and union without, and it's creating harmony within and without, and then returning back to who you truly are, into this sincerity of who you are, into the household, the home that is within you, this peace and contentment, and the soul that is the true essence of you. And let's have a look at increasing as well. This one increasing here speaks about moving forward. And actually you got wood, wind is also wood. It's speaking about the wind pushing a wooden boat across a river, like it's pushing it forward. So now, even though things feels like they are not very clear, and that you are starting on a new journey here, right? And we don't know everything, but rest assured, there's nothing to be fearful for. You are actually moving forward in the correct direction. Okay, so this is a time to step out of your comfort zone. What we're moving into now, you are going to have to step out of your comfort zone in order to start your new journey, because if you don't do that, you're going to stay and you're going to start this new cycle in life doing exactly the same thing you've done maybe in many cycles before. So you're being guided to step out of your comfort zone, listen to your heart, because now is the right time to do that, because you need to do that in order to start a new cycle following your heart and your soul's purpose. And if we look at, there's a lot of wind, zun everywhere here, and that's without, and that's wood as well. And that's like a movement, it's a gentle movement. And also it's both wind blows, scatters things or blows things gently, right? And wood is penetrating as well. It's like when it's a sprout comes out of the ground, it moves upwards, and it's got this strength, incredible strength, although it's just tiny seed, and you got this tiny sprout, but despite that it managed to penetrate the soil and come out and then reach the sun and the rain, in order to get nourishment for that and grow strong. And it's a slow process. Like if you allow a tree to grow in its own time, it can also create deep roots into the soil and become stable and strong. And this speaks about the patience. Be patient. Everything is happening in the correct time. Know that in your heart. Do not rush forward. Do not become frustrated and throw everything away that you built up until now, right, in order to rush forward. Allow this tree within you to grow up, right, because you are growing with this as well. We are growing with this as well. Within us, we can see clearly, because we've got the fire here, and also a stability within, which is lake within. And then we can see clearly, because the fire allows us to, it brightens everything up, right? So we can see clearly. And then we are starting here, also the present moment here, Qian, which is an initiating power. It's like the first hexagram in the I Ching. It's the initial spark. And we do have this fire energy here, which is hidden as well, which is allowing us to see. So it's telling us it's already started. Our new cycle has already started. We're just clearing the way, you know, and moving out of this old pattern. And it needs to happen slowly, because if we move too quickly, we're going to get ourselves into trouble, because we're not prepared, we're not ready when we step into the new. Okay, so patience is asked from you. Trust in the timing. It has already been initiating. You are moving out of calamity and be prepared to step out of your comfort zone, because that is what is going to be asked of you when you fully step into this new cycle, to make sure that you do not repeat the same patterns and end up in a cycle again that is the repetition of the previous cycle that you are moving out of. Okay, so that's the reading for today, and I wish it was of benefit for you, and I'm hoping you're going to have a beautiful day ahead.